Hi, I'm Michael. Attention, all of which are important in therapeutic nutrition with diet, ketogenic and intermittent fasting. I present to you in your channel Weight Control Life First health topics that interest you, and discuss each with regard to the ketogenic and answer on all your questions and inquiries. And our day is based on a very important question: permitted and not permitted in the dieting ketoacidosis. I will discuss the things that are outlined in front of you on the panel for cases allowed and not allowed in the dieting ketoacidosis. You tagged along to us in this episode, so learn them item by item, and why is allowed and why is it illegal. And wait for me in the last episode to see if the milk is allowed or forbidden. Before you start on the subject of please subscribe to the channel to receive everything new. The question that I ask about, and Knight accompanied me after the break. Let's talk first about the contraband in the ketogenic. Fruits are forbidden in general in the dieting ketogenic and non-audible piece, and lead consumed to get out of the process of chess. And the main reason why this product, first here in the amount of carbohydrates. Secondly, the nature of these carbohydrates is sugar fructose. And fructose is not transmitted directly when absorbed into the cells. It will have to go to the liver, and the liver will stop all its operations and buy this fructose into glucose for the benefit of your body. And if it couldn't enter it into the cells, will try here to fat. What does the process of creating ketones and the conversion of fatty acids to ketone bodies is the liver. Once you take any kinds of fruit you like, that you have all your liver from producing ketones and works on the theme of fructose. And fructose working unfortunately on the increase in insulin resistance. If you are diabetic and want to eat fruit, the first thing you will do for yourself is to increase the insulin resistance you have in the liver, and thus lead to a high amount of sugar present in the blood, and to the self. Wars who full in the dieting ketone and especially wheat, are in bread made from wheat, not usually material bromine. And material bromine is very toxic work to raise the resistance to ensure. In addition to contain wheat gluten, which helps in intestinal permeability and therefore of the possible occurrence of allergies on the skin. The first thing you have these people who have these allergies do is to not eat wheat products immediately, including flour, semolina, and other. Exchange for wheat, provided the news estimated 25 grams contains 12.7 carbs. Not only dilemma the amount of carbohydrates the incredible located in this small slide, but also the indicator glycine is not high of approximately 70 to 75, which makes its transformation and absorbed quick, and its conversion into sugar glucose in the blood is very high. Rises of glucose and looped high insulin. And sure, he graduated from the jerking of ketones and therefore has your effort that you did. The oatmeal is not much better than bread, because the cup actually approximately 81 grams of oats need 54 grams of carbohydrates and 8 grams of fiber, which gives you the feeling of satiety. It is better than wheat for sure, and also out of the city, and contains 12 grams of protein. But if we want to talk about cities, get you out of the city, and also is not a thing desirable to consume the integrity weight. Usually when someone wants to bend, you see it says replace wheat with oats. Didn't replace anything, the best of them, but replace the bad with the worst. If you want to dispute the time, it is sure that the oatmeal is not the ideal in relation to the displacement of the weight. Will give you the feeling of satiety, but won't allow your body enter into city phase of fat burning. Sure, pasta and rice who? Sure, donuts and cereal, cornflakes, and waffle band. Particular to donuts and waffles have a fried dough visit. He is fat plus keeps, imagine the disaster. The dough is a carbohydrate, it would stop the process of war and will turn to fat because it's great amount. And the fat that is consumed as vegetable fats are not healthy. Conjoined to problems in your body in addition to these oils are seen also on the form of fat. The worst possible thing to do is to integrate the fat with the sugar or proteins with sugar. The second type is granted, and that's the starchy vegetables, such as potatoes and sweet potatoes and corn. The choice of starchy absorbed rapidly in the body and glycemic them high will enter you in chess. For example, potatoes contain 4 grams of fat, but instead contain 32 grams of carbohydrates. Someone wants to bend. Of course not. The legumes are generally considered forbidden and ketogenic only. Beans, peas are prohibited. Quince and artichokes are impossible in consumption and help you get out of chess. But sometimes some legumes such as beans, chickpeas, and especially the hummus played in the Arab. The mixture with the tahini and the olive oil sure is allowed, and the carcinogen, not a few thousand. Contains many benefits and contains proteins. We get vegetarians on these types of legumes. But the descent of their time is very slow. Letters to give them the amount of carbohydrates may reach the top of the allowable. Honey and dates are forbidden for sure, and sugar in particular. Free honey one contains 17 grams of carbohydrates. But it's packed with enzymes and vitamins. It is useful honey. But the problem with honey is that 75% of honey available in the markets is only a sugar high fructose corn. Shows not installed for the textures as well as flavors artificial. If you want the consumption of honey and you're in the ideal weight, will definitely be in the case of city. But when you buy the honey from the farm, B is a bootleg, unknown source and quality of the product, and does not need